Welcome to a special edition of Insta Chat with the journalist. I'm Andile, aka the journalist DJ, and yeah, it's another one of those special interviews whereby I do it from the car, because sometimes life gets busy and you have to do interviews from the car. So my guest today is Darque, or Darque City as he calls himself on social media. So he's an electronic music producer slash DJ, and he's one of those guys that if you follow house music, then you definitely know who he is. He produces for a lot of people, including himself. He's had number one hit records. He hosts events. He's just an all-round electronic dance music producer here in SA. And yeah, Darque is my guest today, and I'm just gonna chat to him about his career and all that. Let me just add him quickly so that we can get the show on the road with 20 minutes or so, and just get to know him better. The man has blessed us with the English hit and so forth and so on. Hey, brother, how are you?
How are you, bro? I'm awesome. You?
I know I'm good, man.
Can you hear me clearly? Is the network fine?
I hear you clearly, bro. The network is fine. The lighting is dope. Can you see me? I'm in the car. Life
I
got
can
busy.
see.
Life got busy, but the show has to go on.
True. You almost found me in the car also.
Yeah, you're probably about to drive out to a gig or something.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, man, I know we only have 20 minutes, so let's get the show on the road. What's interesting about you, man, is that you've been very consistent with the afro tech slash electronic music or afro music or whatever you want to call it. South Africa is a very diverse, industry when it comes to music, even house music. There's amapiano, there's soulful, there's that. So for you, why electronic music?
I don't know, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you. I think I grew up to it, I grew up at the times of House Africa, Soul Candy, and they were compiling a lot of stuff from Europe, and that music was just so awesome. It sounded good to the ear, and I just fell in love with it, bro. Like, I used to really collect music. I still do. I used to collect a lot of music, and there are some songs that I would listen to and wish I had made that music. So that's what got me into making music. I started searching for music making programs. I started fiddling around, and here we are today, man.
Here we are today, man.
Yeah.
And, my introduction to you was through your breakout song, which, arguably is the song that put you on. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. Inhliziyo Yam. When you guys made that song, did you know that it was going to be big?
I knew, because when we made that song, we were just finished with Jaguar Paul's album, and I was like, since we done with your album, it was a 12-track album, and we had sent it for mastering, and we were chilling in the evening, and we were so used to, we had been working on Jaguar's album for months now. We were so used to just chilling in the studio, and I started making that song. I'm like, since we're done with your album and we submitted your album today, I want to start working on my album. So started fiddling around with that beat. Started fiddling around. I made that beat, and he was like, I remember he was laying on the couch. He was like, "What the hell is that, bro? What the hell are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh man, you're here. I have an idea." And I brought in Garth. Garth is always at that time. Garth wanted to make music. We were talking, and I wrote the song for him. I wrote the song. I was like, we need a response. We brought in a lady, Jarrell. We need you on this song. I just changed the lyrics a bit. And when we were recording that song, Jaguar was still like, nah, so, and we had a gig. When we finished recording that song, it was a Saturday, I remember. We had a gig. We went out for that show, and I forced him to play it, and he played it. And boom, crowd reaction. Then this guy, people are asking him, what's this? He's like, it's my new song. That's what he says. It's like, it's my new song, because he's now seeing crowd reaction. And we had to talk about it on the way home. He's like, bro, I'm sending in this song for mastering also. This song is going on my album. We can't wait for you to finish your album and hold on to the song. I was like, cool, bro. Let's do that thing. He did that. And this song just went viral, man. It blew up. I won't say it's the song that put me on, honestly, because my name is not attached to that song. A lot of people don't know that I made that song. But it's a whole other, I think my entire catalog just put me on. I've never missed. I always make a song that moves me or gets me to a certain level. Might not be the biggest song or whatever I make, or I believe that whatever song I make and I put out there just elevates me, however. So I can't say it's that song that put me on, man. I don't know. That's how I feel. Because honestly, my name is not on that song. It's not like it's a God. It's Darque featuring God. No.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that, because obviously when people always ask, yo, who made the song? You know what I mean? And then your name comes up, and that's where I'm coming from. But I also, like you've produced for a lot of people, man. And I think there's something special about that. You produced for Bucie, you've collaborated with Coffee. Like, I'm sure the list is endless,
Long list.
Yeah, man, I'm sure there are some germs that people love that don't know, like Inquisio, that you are behind. Are there any of those songs?
No, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. I'm the guy that comes in and just finesses the album, I think I'm that guy that adds those songs, those much needed songs to the album. So I can't really say there are a lot of songs that I'm behind and a lot of people don't know. What I know is that a lot of people know my music, but a lot of people can't put the face to the music. I've always been a mystery. Like, I've always been a mystery. Sorry, and Heidi's always crying about that. I see she's on the live. We're working on that. I've always been a mystery. People know my music. People appreciate my music. But I'm the kind of guy that can just walk down the road or be in a club and you wouldn't even know that it's me. So, yeah.
Is that something that you want to be consistent with, or, do you want to be, in the future or moving forward, do you want to be that guy that walks in and everybody's like, yo, that's Darque, or, your name is on billboards, or are you just cool? You're like, no, you don't want that. You just want to be on the background.
Bro, honestly speaking, whatever that makes me money. I don't want to lie. Whatever that makes me money, bro, I'm cool with anything. If I need to be a star to make money, I'll be a star. If I need to be me and be just like this, I'll be.
Yeah.
But who doesn't want to be a star? I feel like, like money, jokes aside, money is needed, but that's not what's important. What's important is, are you able to make money with your brand? There's a whole lot of ways you can exploit your brand. The more you grow your brand, the more you're able to exploit your brand. I want to walk in a room and have impact, I want to walk in a room and be able to walk out with a kind of deal that would work for me as an artist, I don't want to walk in a room and listen to people talking and deciding what they're going to do with my brand, I want to be a star. At the same time, I don't want to be a star. But what's important to me is I want to be I want to have impact, you know. I want to have a name. I want to be known for something. I want to be well respected for something. That's
mm,
that way I can use my brand to
mm,
make money,
mm.
and I can squeeze out a whole lot of stuff out of my brand.
Mm. No, no, no. I understand exactly what you mean, man. And I think one thing that you're consistent with is that, you are staying in your lane. You know what you're doing. You don't let the noise confuse you. And, you just keep it moving, man. And for me personally, my favorite song by you is the track that you took out last year, Yona. I don't know if it's Yona or if I'm pronouncing
Yona,
it right.
Yona,
Yeah. For
Yona.
me, that song is like, yeah, like one of my favorite songs. And when I listen to it, it takes me to like a spiritual place. So, and I had to ask that question, like, what, when you made that song, what was the general
We
feel? What was the mood
when
like?
we made that song, when we
Yeah,
made that, I made the song with the
yeah.
couple. So listen, the couple and I have known each other forever since
Mm,
rock bottom, don't know, and we've never really got a chance to make a song together, right? So it's only last year we decided, you know what, bro? We hang out almost every day. We're in studio, we share music, and we don't even have a song together, bro.
mm,
And that's when we decided that we're gonna make that song. He started the project. When I sent the Ida Ida Z's is from Kenya. When I sent the song and he sent it back, I knew
mm,
that we have a solid song. It sounded extremely solid, and I knew it was
mm,
going to work for a certain market. It was going to do well, but I did not expect it to grow over time. You
mm,
know, like it's so funny how that song grew. We put it out and we left it, and over a period, the song only got big in 2020.
mm,
You
mm.
know,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
when I look at my Shazams and I look at my stats, it's one of my most Shazammed track. So,
Mm.
but most Shazams happened this year. People started catching up to it this year. I'm like, I guess that's what you get for making timeless music. Lost.
I love
A
that
year
flex at
later.
the end. It's subtle, but it's a flex.
But, but it's true,
Speaking
man.
about
You know, when
like
you make timeless music,
music,
people catch into it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, Looking at international markets, right? Because obviously, you work with a guy from Kenya, he comes in with a different market, and
yeah.
obviously, Afro tech, blows up internationally as well. Ideally, looking at international markets, where do you see, DJing playing your set? I know a lot of DJs want to play the Ibiza, for example. Where do you
Yeah.
ideally want to see yourself play?
It's quite funny. I spent the day with an icon of mine. I spent the day with Ziggs Greeny today.
Mm,
We were just chilling at my crib. We were making music. We were finishing off a project, and when we were done, we were just talking industry, right? And he's like, he told me something I never knew about him. That he played at some place that I love so much in Ibiza. It's called Ushuaia, right?
mm,
And I'm like, I never knew that. He played in 2012. So he's like, so it sparked a conversation with him telling me that. I told him, he's like, he's played once and he's never went back again. And he knows and realized why. So it sparked a conversation with him, and I told him, bro, like it looks fancy when you're in South Africa and you say to people that I want to play in Europe, right?
mm,
And once you get to Europe, my experience with Europe, I've been touring Europe for what, 4 years now?
mm,
And the first 2 years were me traveling to Europe and doing research.
mm.
And when I got there, I realized that it looks fancy, but it's a lot of places where I don't belong.
Mm.
It's a lot of places where I don't belong. I would love to. Like, do I want to play here? And I went to the next party and I was like, is this for me? Do I want to play here? Will I cut it here? Will my music make it here? Move on to the next party. And the only party that made sense where I felt that I would play was a party where Black Coffee was playing. And that's where I felt that I would play here, and this is where I felt I belong. And I realized that for me to cut it, I would have to create that market myself here. I would need to be branded and create a party, you know? And it got me thinking that there's a whole lot of people like me, like myself, that feel they deserve to be in Europe, that know that they need to be in Europe because of their music, but don't know that it's different out there. When it comes to playing, are they gonna cut it? You can have the dopest music, bro, but it's the type of sound that's being played out there. So what's important is to know your market. Go to Europe knowing what you're going to do, where you're going. Go, if you have the money, go and do your research. Go party hop or hop around and find your space. But don't find yourself bending. Change is good. I don't blame anyone for changing. Change into someone you've always loved or appreciated whatever space that you're changing into. So if I change now into electronic music, like electro music, it means I've always wanted to do it, you know. But don't change because you're thinking that you want to play there. Because it's a whole lot of disappointment. You are going to be disappointed. So I realize it's not a lot of people that know that, but you can leave here with the dopest music. What's important is where are you going? Whose hands are you falling into? What are you doing? It's not everything is for you, bro.
Yeah. And, you know, another way of marketing yourself, for example, if you don't have the money to travel, is by maybe, you know, putting stuff online, you know. I know that, you know, you have like a collective download number of about 500K people downloading your music. Do you think that the mixtape culture still works, you know, of like putting your music out there to be marketed?
Look, it works. It works. There's some DJs that get bookings off of their mixtapes. I can easily name a few. Like Siga, I think Siga Wamerup. Siga tours South Africa via his mixtapes. So the culture's still there, solid. Do your mixtapes. People do listen to podcasts. For those who don't know what mixtapes are, podcasts. People do listen to my numbers are good with my podcast. I know people follow my podcast, and fortunately, I have a system where I can see where I'm being listened to. And you know, like these systems have made it so much easy. Like if now I had to, I want to make an Amapiano podcast. I can upload it online and block it across the rest of the world, and only South Africa would hear that. So that's also another strategy. You know, you can publish it worldwide. You can publish it in South Africa, depending on what you want to do. So the culture's still alive. Even in Europe, they listen to us. They're watching us. They're tracking us. They know who's who does what, who works with who, what you play. So be careful. Don't do your podcasts. You play this. You want to be different. You play that on your podcast. Your podcast is like sort of like your CVs. You put it out there. That's how we know you. So it works. Something you carry.
Okay. No, dope. Yeah. So guys, up and coming DJs, do podcasts, do your mixes, you know, put your music out to the world. Last question. You've got a new single that you dropped this year with Presley. Yeah. No, not Presley, Press. You know, Forever. So yeah, man, you know, how's that song doing, and you know what's the plan with that particular song?
That song is doing great. Forever is the first album from, sorry, Forever is the first single taken from my album, coming album. It's doing really well. For a few months, it was on the top 10 most played songs in South Africa, all across. All radio, video is doing well. I'm on the charts. And I'll be honest, expected it to do well because I could hear it, you know. And we just took it easy in terms of pushing it. We pushed however we can, and we were just easy with it. And it's doing the work, you know. We're still rocking it now. We're still pushing it now.
Okay.
Done with the album.
Okay.
It's still the single to the album.
Okay, last question. When is the album dropping?
The album is dropping month end.
30 October.
30 October. The album is ready. The cover is ready. I wanted to drop the cover this week, but I'll drop it next week. Cover is ready. Track list is ready. Everything is ready. It's got dope collaborations. I'm ready to drop my new single. I'm ready to drop that album. Yeah.
Okay. I know, man. Thank you so much for your time, bro. And shout out to you. Thanks for the good music. Everybody that's watching, sorry we can't go through the comments. We don't have enough time. But yo, man, enjoy your gigs today. And let's catch up when you drop the album.
Thank you, man. Let's catch up when I drop the album. The album drops month end. It's titled Must Be Africa. And yeah, thanks for having me, bro.
Okay, I know. Thank you, Sir. Sharp.
Sharp.